Welcome to this series where we are trying to learn Victoria 3 by playing the Sweden tutorial. In the last part I had a few problems, so what I did was I took some time out and went all the way through the economy and just tried to understand where things were going wrong, and I've actually managed to improve my income a little bit, but I'll get into more detail about that because first things I need to do is talk about the fact that there is a new patch coming out. This is the 1.0.6 patch, I think, which will be released week commencing the 13th of November 2022, which, if you're watching this game just after it's published, is next week. But more importantly, Paradox have produced a dev diary announcing the fact that there will be a major patch this year, and this will be patch 1.1. Now, we don't know the full details of this patch because at the moment they've only produced one dev diary which has talked about a couple of the changes, and there are going to be more to come. Now, I'm not going to go through the changes in detail, but what I will say is that when that patch comes out, some of the changes will be quite significant. So no matter where we are with this game, we'll be restarting with possibly another country. Now, the changes announced as part of the first dev diary is that they're going to be changing something which I kind of highlighted in the last part, which is to do with this slightly complicated way of coming down and finding out what the requirements were for your populations to improve the standard of living. And what they're going to be doing in the 1.1 update is revamping that interface quite considerably, actually. So and what they'll be going to be doing is, if we come to population, they will be, if we come to detailed list here, I think what we're going to be getting is potentially more information about here. So you'll be able to click on a certain group of the population and actually find out what their needs are, and you better get a bit more detail about their income and all that. And I think that's going to be quite important to be able to keep everybody happy and everything balanced, especially with respect to trying to keep control of your radicals. Now, the other big change that's been announced for the 1.1 update is in politics, and it ties to legitimacy. And legitimacy at the moment is just a percentage, but there doesn't seem to be any consequences. Well, when the 1.1 update comes out, there will be a series of bans. I think there's going to be 5. And what that means is that I think if you get a really low band, I think it's less than 25%, you won't be able to pass any laws at all. And then there'll be successive bans across the legitimacy, to the point that if you can get up to 100% legitimacy, then you will get some additional bonuses. Now, the other big change related to legitimacy is to do with elections. Of course, we don't have elections, and I don't know much about them at the moment. I think this change stems from the fact that if you've got a party system, if a party wins an election, you don't have to put them in government. You can, if you can just leave your government the way it is and ignore the result of the election. And I think that's what a lot of players have been doing. But it seems with the 1.1 update, what will happen is that if you exclude the party that won the election, your legitimacy will suffer quite considerably. But I'm not going to go into it because I don't know what I'm really talking about at the moment. So so that is the current situation. While we're here, actually, I'm just going to show you the fact that we've now got colonial resettlement here, which has passed, and at the moment we've got no law. I'd like to actually, I'd like to change these, but I'm not sure how we can actually get this changed. I'd like to come down this route, but we're going to look a little bit more about laws in a little while. Because I just want to try and work through. I've got a couple of notes in front and with what I'm actually doing, and I think we're just going to let the game run slowly now because we're trying to build our railway network up, and we've got a few bits and pieces. Now, just to give you an idea of what I did off camera, just pause the game, let it run, is that, and I think this is one of the problems when you're new to the game. And probably the best example is if we come into buildings, if I can find tools, and I come here, what you see is we got steel tools here. And if any of you watched the previous video, you'd be aware that I was looking around trying to find a a way to use steel. And I think because you're not aware about what is required with these various enhancements. Another example of that was I was also looking around trying to find out how to make explosives. That's actually in the chemical plant, but it's in the development processes. I think this is one of the things that can cause a bit of confusion when you're first playing, because of course until you've played the game you don't know what the options are. Like we've got patent stills here, so we lose less groceries, but I think at the moment I just want to keep producing groceries. But I think the more you play the game, the more you learn about the different production flows and stuff like that. We've got, but so you can see if we come into the steel mill now, you see the steel mill isn't making that much of profit, but the demand is still there. If we come to the market now, I show you steel. You can see we've got a little bit of demand here, which I think what we can do is if I go back to the tool makers, because at the moment this one is not using steel, and what this will do is it will actually increase steel and reduce iron. So I'm just going to flip that up, and what should happen, just let the game keep running. If we come to the market, what should happen eventually is that we should get an increase in production. And see the price has actually gone up, but we are up a look. Swedish market, tools, see if we actually look at the building itself. Yeah, so we're actually starting to make a bit more profit now with respect to steel, but we're going to need to expand our steel market. At the moment I've got a few things actually queued up here, including the motor industry, chemical plant, fishing wharfs, and we're now building the railway. Now the railway is one of the things I do want to do in this part. The other thing also is that we can now actually start working on our colonies here. They do not have the required quinine technology. Okay, so we need to declare an interest. We've got 2 of 2, but I think we've got hydraulic cranes, leads to gantry cranes. It means we can increase our port level. I'm gonna we're gonna cancel that. And I think we've got to wait for a little while this actually cools down. And then what we'll do is declare an interest in this area. And then once we've got quinine, we can then start thinking about a colony. Yeah, see, so I think we've got to wait for that to just disappear. Right, we've got gantry cranes, and it says we can increase our port level. Anyway, let's just start looking at what we got here. It says, now this is something that's been causing me a little bit of confusion, because it says trade routes importing wood from the Prussian market needs additional convoys to increase its level, and that also applies to the silk market. The way we need to do that is if we come into here, we need to increase our ports here. Ports just need clippers. They don't seem to need to employ workers. So what I'm thinking is actually if we do it at the building level, is it development? Ports, let's see what we've got. We've got a lot of ports here. We've actually got one in Gotland, but we need that in order to connect it to the market. So we kind of got one port there. I think we're just going to increase the port level there and let that run. Although we have to be careful with our infrastructure. We've got 10 infrastructure there as well. So let me just see. So the current situation is we've got expensive military goods. I don't think I need to worry too much about that. It says expensive government things here. So we're still going to get iron, paper, and wood. But if we can expand the wood market, right? I think we can now go down and declare an interest down here. What I'd like to do is just to declare an interest in this area, because this is where I want to build a colony, if we can actually ever do it. So we got that set up. Now we need to work on wood in the Swedish market. Kind of feel that we need it, but as part of me also says that we should be expanding our construction industry a little bit. So let's just see if I can do that. Development, construction sector. See, we've only got a little bit. How much capacity? If we got a 2836 in Scania. So I think I'd like to expand that. And at the same time, what about where is it? Gotland. He's only got 27 out of 30. I don't think we need to expand that. Let me just see here. I think I'd like to just press Alt. It's only going to take 3 weeks to build that construction industry. So, whoops. I think we'll build the construction industry first. Because I think if we can build things faster, that will actually make things go. Because we got a little bit of a... I want to try and keep this positive so that we can do this increase well, I can't remember now. See here, solve the budget deficit is what we got to do. It's the path to liberalism. So we need wood, paper, iron. I think if we build the port, we'll get that there. We just need more iron to flow through the market. Let's just have a look at. Of course, the other thing that I want to work on is getting down the clothes. Grain is well, not expensive, so we need clothes, fish, and well, clothes and more clothes. I think I got a clothes factory in here. No, okay. But at the same time, how much space we got here? We got a little bit of space. I feel, well, what's up with this? We really need to get more silk in, which is driving the price. And what we got here? Oh, we got sewing machines. This is a good example. Let me just pause. This is a good example of what, when you're first starting out, that probably up that for everybody. Crossman sewing. We got mechanized looms. What is this going to do? Change the automation process to mechanize the predicted impact on weekly balance is plus 6.3. We need more tools, decreased laborers. So that actually makes people unemployed. But it doesn't really tell us what we're actually going to get from that. But we're going to take it. So we're going to let those mills start to build up. And that should, kind of part of me wants to say auto expand as well. We're not, says this, we're fully employed. Wages are going up. I think we are going to get another clothing factory there. Oh, I just noticed there. Oi, stop it. Can we get another import route for silk? We can get it from the Austrian market. I think we'll do that. It's a 64 colony available. So we're just going to try and improve that there. We need wood, mint codex there. Import good shortage dye market. Hopefully when that trade route comes on, it says low market access in Gotland. Okay. We really need the railway running. Right, we're building fishing wharfs, we've got textile mills, got chemical plants. Get steel frame buildings. I don't know where that would come from. So at the moment we're kind of building things, and I'm just a bit inclined to build things up. I think what we'll do is we'll just go into politics. Why can't I build this? Not part of our laws. Culture, share heritage, cultural trait with primary law is not supported by one interest group. It's not endorsed by anybody in our government. Can we get the rural folk into our government so that we can do it? So say for argument's sake, we reform the government. Wow, got no legitimacy. It's the intelligentsia. Can we get the intelligentsia into the government then? Maybe we add 39%. If we remove the landowners, that's 28%. The landowners have hold it. So we remove. Okay, so if we remove the industrialists and bring in the intelligentsia, confirm that. I mean, these guys are going to be unhappy. What that should do then is allow me to. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm just going to pause and think about this. Racial segregation, 100%, 100 authority, unlock slavery ban. Cultural exclusion is only because it's 50, not part of our laws. This is multiculturalism. Will be accepted always requires one of the following unlocked but in slavery active pops. But they're all 28%. I'm not sure which is be the best one. I quite like that because I think if we do that, will it reduce radicalism? So we've got national supremacy. I really feel that right. So what we got here it says temporary approval changes intelligentsia rule for radicalize the church. I think I'm not going to go straight or full out all out multiculturalism. I think we'll go for cultural exclusion. It's not perfect, but I think it will do it. The only thing is we might lose authority, which is here. So it's going to be a little bit of a risk of essential like that. So cultural, it's like that. Cultural's so we're getting a bit more information now. There's success. Cultural will be accepted. Shares there. We'll recalculate our interest group support. Okay, we're going to go for that and see how badly things go wrong. How much further have we got through? The quinine. Got modern sewage unlocked. So we've got construction. Oh, we got a boost to infrastructure. That's pretty good. We're nearly there with quinine. Oh, we can see it up here. What am I on about? So we're just gonna. Right. So let's just have a look at the government. We've got lots of things just being activated. So we've got avant-garde society, technology, improved intelligence, interest groups that's powerful. We've got propagandists plus 50% migration attraction. Now that could be useful. Wow. Hey, sorry, I'll keep going in here, guys, because we seem to have hit job creators. Wow, this happy the Pete bourgeois, rural folk are happy. Wow. Okay, we might have hit something that actually makes sense at the moment. We're just going to let the game run and see how things go. Get back to here. We need that trade routes, importing clippers. We could actually do it, but I just feel that we need to. We've still got a shortage of goods. Guys, let me just get back to import. So we've built a railway. Okay, stop. Oh, look at that. We got a little train running. Slow down. So we built our first railway. Wow. So we've really pushed up our infrastructure now. We're now building chemical plants and ports, textile mills, and we've now got a powerful infrastructure. Now, there is a way that you can improve transportation, but I'm not exactly sure which buildings is affected by it. So we're going to have to go through this here, iron frame buildings. And this is an example of what it is. It's not patent stills. Mechanized looms. So we're on that. Close that down. I'm not seeing anything here. And assembly water tube boilers. So it's not tooling workshops, paper mills. No, not seeing anything there. Got something here to do with paper mills. We got sulfurine pulping, but we'd have to get sulfur. I don't think we can make any sulfur. We have any sulfur plants? Development. Just do it this way. Actually, we do it this way. Resources. No, it's not telling me that I've got any resources. This is, so we'd have to import sulfur. Okay, imports. Right, we got productivity is junk, isn't it? Okay. Still worried about this importing textiles. I'm just wondering if we're building the port, so we're okay. Right, we need more paper. I think the only way we're going to improve the paper situation is by urban paper mills. We can't go to that because we can't get cost-effective sulfurine. So we don't have paper mills in one place where we've got capacity. Oh, we've got a boost here from road maintenance. Okay, what we can do is why is that? It's saying that I've only got paper mills in. I've got paper mills in Spearland. Yeah, so we're going to need to push that up a bit. At the same time, we're going to need to think a bit about wood. Let's get the market price. So at the moment, glass is expensive. Dyes are expensive. Furniture's expensive. Meat's expensive. Tools are expensive. Everything is expensive. Yeah, I think everybody uses tools, so can we start a colony? I know I shouldn't be doing this, but no, we still don't have quinine. I think what I'm going to do here is we've got unlocked quinine. Right, let me just stop this here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock you back so that we don't import the dye, and then we're going to expand that. We got the spare capacity. Yeah, we've got a bit of infrastructure there, and press Alt, and we're going to push that up to the top, and we're going to push you up think that might work a bit. Right, so we've got some research to do now. Politics, what I'm on about. Society. Right, we've got quinine. What I'm looking for, we've got that there. We've got mutual friends. Actually, let's go to politics again. No, sorry. Technology. Do we go for a cultural thing? I don't really want to go for. Got here nationalism. Gives plus 10% authority. It takes 23 months. That leads to organized sports, civilizing mission, and pan-nationalism. What leads to malaria prevention technology. Let's just have a look at productions. What we got here. Got dynamite, improved fertilizer. Improved fertilizers come here. This would take, how long will this take? 5 years. Well, I think we've also got to improve our, what we call it, our research capability. That's everything over here takes 5 years. We've got chemical bleaching for bone china, paper bleaching. Now that could be useful. And we've also got baking powder here, which allows for fractional distillation. I think we're going to go for chemical bleaching because I think if we can, this leads to rubber mastication. Yeah, I think we're going to go like that, and we're just going to get that going. Get back to level 3. So, how long is it going to take us to get textile mill upgraded? Yeah, I think we split that going. It's going to speed it out a bit. And we're going to get that built. We're still making money here. It's good. And we still need tools and iron from the Swedish market. So, how's this going here? What's the top level? Middling. Forces. Why is that changed to that? So the standard living middling. So the standard of living is rising. But so we need to reduce furniture. Is 75% over. Okay. So busy. So many things to do. I thought I reduced these guys. Okay, let me just see if I can find the furniture industry. Do I have a furniture industry? That's a good question, isn't it? Then we got the price of... We don't seem to have a furniture industry. Let me just see. What's up with the food industry here? A bit worried about this. Okay, we got patent stills. That reduces groceries. What's the price, current market price of groceries? High. Okay, what we're gonna need to do. Fish is expensive. Everything else is building. Right, so I get a fish market. That price is 26% above groceries. What we got here? We got canneries. We got, can't go any higher than that. Oh, stills. Okay. Can we expand the fishing industry? Where's the, we have a fishing industry. Where is it? Yards. Wrong one. fishing wharves that we got here. We got fishing Scania, Zealand. If we expand the fishing industry here, and we'll just come here. How many weeks will that take? 5 weeks. We'll push this up to there, 22 weeks. I just feel that that in tooling industry just needs to be a bit more developed. Right, we've still got problems with guys. So many problems, so many problems. Yeah, we've still got the problem with these dye ones. These clippers. Is the ports. Right, we've got 13 weeks to go before we get the ports. What that might do is allow this to expand a little bit so we can make some more money from that point of view. It'd be interesting to see when the port's finished, whether that will actually affect that. Right, I think we've actually done quinine, haven't we? Okay, we're going to start our colonial enterprise here. Well, these whole areas are in turmoil. That because they're fighting. Right, we've got a Bessemer converters, of course. Okay. We can establish a colony. I think I'd like this, so we're going to start to create a colony in the Congo. But wait, why are you? Okay, so we're going to what's up with this? So we've now got Swedish Gabon here. One thing I do want to know, because I'd like to connect it to the market, because it's got nothing. So can we build a port or some shipyard? I want a port. Why can't I build a port in? I'm kind of thinking that. Let me just see if we come to here. This is 59 weeks. Fishing wharfs, chemical plants. What I'm going to do is shove you to the top. I just wonder whether the port will actually improve the expansion. I'll be completely upfront. No, absolutely nothing. Okay, what have we got here? The devout scandal. It was revealed that Carl Frederick Wingard of the Church of Sweden has been having a secret affair with members of the clergy. His resignation. About minus 50% possibly. Do we like this guy? Politics. He will be a member of clergy. He's 66. These guys are really angry. Strongly endorse. Okay, I think we'll just ignore it. I don't think that. Isolated state, yeah. Low market access. So, okay, what have we got here? Sorry. Solve budget deficit has been completed. Budget balance, you've managed to restore positive treasury. Thank you. We'll take that. Artillerians says that we got a whole load of here. Trade needs convoys. So we've actually finished the port. So we've it says exporting steel to the French market. We're actually exporting steel. Hang on, get rid of that pause. I wasn't aware that we were exporting steel. I don't want to. I thought we were importing steel. We can't cancel that. Oh, yes, we can. We're actually making a little bit of money from that. Is that driving up my prices of steel in... Oops, sorry. No, the market isn't that high because at the moment we're not really consuming it. But hang on, I don't understand that. Let me just... Sorry about this, guys. This... I thought I was building... Effective buildings. I thought that was in Svealand's urban. I thought we were... Where's the motor industries? You're in... Oh, it's in Gotland. Okay, what's up with this guy? We don't have the workforce here. Right, we're making steam engines. Assembly lines, hand assembly. Cash reserves here. Got no mechanized looms. Go to mechanized looms. We've got to solve this problem with the dye imports. What's going on here? Okay, we've now got negative, what we call it. Oh, what's up here? Using High Government Administration in Gotland. We could retire a general, or what we could do is improve our government administration. Okay, so many things to think about. The penalty at the moment, well, we're losing a little bit of tax, but I think we can fix that with government administration, isn't it? If we come in here, I'm going to put our paper up. When we improve it, we got that there. Professional bureaucrats, secular administration. What that would do is that would give us more bureaucracy. I'm gonna push you up. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I'm gonna push you up one. I think it's going to be quite important to we can solve the problem with the administration. Or I'll be okay. Okay, what we got here? Frustration with the lengthy legal process surrounding cultural exclusion of the Royals approached us with an offer to expedite it. It's dishonest methods for 5 years. -2. What was it again? Sorry. What's the church? What's that for the moment? The church really hate us anyway. So there's not much I can do about that. I don't know whether we'll start a revolution with this, but I think we're going to grant them that. We'll just let things go. So we've still got paper and all that, but was making money. I think this is where you've got to be a bit important. You don't want to chase everything that you can. We've got increased relations, central archives. What have we got here? Building as a government, any Swedish there. Path to liberalism, urbanized Sweden. We got lots of things to do. I think these are the general stuff that we need to do. How is our colony going down here? Our colony expanding. I presume it's going to take a little while to get things done here. Now, the other thing I'm kind of thinking is that if these people are uprising, I mean, could we build a military base or something down here? It's not like it's... Could build a barracks. Build a barracks and put a general down here. Would that make a difference? But then if we build a barracks down here, would that... I'm just kind of thinking about defending the colonies. Maybe I just need to be a little bit patient with that. If it all goes wrong, it all goes wrong. So we've got... Well, is it possible to have a bad trade route that will... Svealand... Oops, I don't want that. Nope. I've done this before. Cancel. I want you there. I'm going to build a railway. Let's just think about the railway. Zealand has a railway. We got a lot of infrastructure from the railway, but I've got a feeling, my instinct is that we should be connecting this stuff up. So, say for argument's sake, I put a railway in there and a railway in there. Oh, no. It's a construction centre. Actually, what does railways actually produce? Let's just get in here. Where are you? Railways. You produce transport. Who uses transport? Livestock ranches, coal mines, iron mines, lead mines, sulfur mines. So they use transport, but I'm assuming that that transport has to be available in this area here. So let's just go into here. Oh, look at that. Rail transportation. It doesn't tell me. Right, we're just gonna. I'm assuming rail transportation. It says it's expensive. Our engines and coal are good. Anything else that we can benefit? There's the livestock market. What's up with this? Import goods shorts. Oh, tools. Stop. Pause. That says rye farms. We need tools. Buildings. Right, we got tools in Scotland. We're producing steel tools. Sorry. Got shortages all over the place here. What's up with this? Logging camps. But you're not. I haven't built railway here. I'm not sure how. No, this doesn't make sense. Okay, we're going to give this a go. Successfully completed. No, that's rubbish. We've got a shortage of tools. We need tools in Scotland. We've got spare capacity. We come in here. I'm going to expand the tool workshops. The steel is getting expensive, so we're going to need to get that done. I think we're push the tool workshop. Oh, sorry. We're going to get that. It's only going to be 23 weeks. I think we're going to do that, but we're going to need to work on steel. We're losing money. Do we have a port in? We now got a port here. Port is currently hiring. I've got obviously no idea where those staff is coming from, but okay. Railway boom. What have we got here? Sorry. I'm gonna have to slow the game down. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. There's the railways shall prosper. 30. It's railway boom for 5 years. 30% of present to railway buildings. Local builders should benefit from the industry. 33% throughput. I actually like this one because that will boost. So we're going to get that there. So we've now got something happening here. Okay, back up to. Connect land voting. Let me just look at the market for steel. For steel, 113. I've got a feeling that if we come to import, actually no, it's the wrong way. Sorry. My instinct is to cancel this. Oh, I thought we had a trade deal with France over exporting steel. We could import steel. Getting some dies coming in from available convoys. Got more convoys than supply network. This looks a pretty rough old trade deal. Oh, we're making some money from that. We're just losing money on the overall. Okay. We're importing furniture from 2 locations. We've got a fish. Did we build the fish farm? Yeah. So where did we build the fishing? Okay, let me just try and make sense out of this. I think this is one of the problems with this game is everything starts to pile in on you, and you've just got to literally stop and see how things are going. Fishing trawlers. So price market. Transportation in Sweden is expensive. Liquor is expensive. We got no demand for tea, and I think at the moment we've got nowhere near what we need for clothing. Tool workshop. Right, we've got a Bessemer converter here. That will produce more steel at the cost of more iron. Okay, I'm going to go for that and let that run. Part of me says increase that, but I'd like that chemical plant. We've got paper queued up, we've got textile mills, we've got a tooling workshop queued up as well. We've got 2 railways, and we've got paper and tools. Well, we're working on tools and paper. Then we just got the artillery. Iron mines, what's up with your iron mines? Well, they're now getting more demand, but the tools are costing, which is a bit of a problem. Right, we've got nitroglycerine, but we don't have any, we're not making any explosives at the moment. But 19 weeks and we will have the chemical plants done. We don't have any other chemical plants. Let me just check. Building, urban. Right, what's up with these guys? I thought I'd given you some productive. Oh, they're still hiring. Patent stills. Right, I'm getting distracted. What was it? Chemical plants. You've got this one in here, but you're not finished. That's what we got to get finished. So I think just to finish the video off, I'm going to... How many weeks have we got to go to get chemical plants? I'm just going to push it to level 4 because we can't do anything at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let the game run, and I'll be back once we actually get it. In fact, I'm going to go to speed 5. And we're just... Okay, well, we've got percussion caps. Munition plant build unlocks, so we can build a munitions plant now. What on earth does a munitions plant need? Does it come under development? Let me just see. Urban... There's a munitions plant here. What is this? Needs explosives and lead, and we can make our own munitions. Okay, just gonna let the game run. Right, we've got psychiatry, so we've got more bureaucracy, so we've got that. So we've now fixed our shortage up there. We've got this philosophical pragmatism. Inefficient agriculture. This crops up quite a lot actually. The industrialists have started complaining about. So we got Swedish migration attraction to good. It's discouraged farming there. Upper strata of Swedish Gabon becomes more radical. I wasn't aware that we had an upper strata. I quite like that. Let's just go down, just let that run, and we'll just go back down to our colony down here. Siberia. Wrong place. We're population like now. But we got 31,000 here, and it's actually growing. Wow. Split state with Gabon. Do you think that we need a barracks down here? That's going to take 61 weeks to build. Right, we've now built the chemical plant and the tool factory. So get back to speed 3. Okay. The armed forces expressed their concerns about the government's decision clearly favouring the armed forces get +2. We're into politics. The industrialists are 30. The armed forces are neutral. I think we can afford to give that to the armed forces because we might as well make them a little bit happier. So we've just built a chemical plant in here. Where's the chemical plant? Chemical plant here. What's up with this sulfur? We're gonna have to get a trade route. Right. I'm gonna bring sulfur in from the thing. That's that down. Let the game run back to here. We get that there. Oh, so it's gone. Oh, we could have just gone for coal. Well, we might make some money from it. If not, we're actually. What do we get here? -30. Actually, I think we're gonna drop that down to there. Trade routes is the sulfur trade route. Cancel that. The reason I've done that is I think I don't want to push. Why are you importing? So we do need this import route. We need to import from the Prussian market to make the advanced fertilizers. Oh, I feel like banging my head on the table at the moment. So we got that there. These should come in here. We should make a profit from that. Sulfur is really cheap. We need to keep an eye on iron. We'll start to get a few explosives. And the last thing I want to look at in this part is tools. Buildings. Urban tool manufacturers. Let's have a look at the factory in Gotland. This is still trying to employ, but it's, and the one here is doing steel tools, rotary engines. We're still not making a lot of money from this, but its productivity is low. Right. Market. Else. Right, that means that what I should be able to do now is go to the import markup. No, 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 no. Keep going to the wrong one. Trade routes. Right, we've got an unproductive trade route here. We'll get rid of you. Goods with considerable interest. Exporting tools, importing tools. I think we can cancel that. Although this is a level 12. We're bringing 450 tools in. I'm a bit worried about cancelling that. I think I just need to wait to see this to settle down. Because I'm pretty sure that we can suck up some of that tool consumption. Anyway, we're just going to take a quick look at this. It says pragmatically inclined members of the church to oppose the passing of the culture of offered exchange. It's unpopular compromise for 3 years. Once 3 in interest 1 group. So the rural folk of Sweden, they're plus 16. So we could be a little bit cheeky here. We'll just go for that. And this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.